Speaking of my favorite coach, Kyle Shanahan, who I would never criticize, I think reason and reality haven't really caught up this year. I think people look at this team and look at Kyle, and I think I even said it last week, like, oh man, he's about to lock in this week. Watch, he's going to be in his bag this week. With Brandon Allen's going to bring it out of him. Like, so far, he hasn't shown any type of bag this year. In the past, he certainly has. So I think it's kind of hard to separate the Kyle we think we know from the Kyle we're looking at right now. How would you grade the Kyle we're looking at right now? Just the stuff he's done this year.
I mean,
and to be fair, the season isn't over. He could go on a winning streak, and it could be this could be the quest for 6. I don't think it is, but it could be.
Well, after week 12, right? Yesterday, 20+ missed tackles. That's poor effort fundamentals. Mm-hmm. That's on the head coach. 9 penalties. That's a lack of discipline. That's on the head coach.
Hiring Sorensen to begin with and bringing in Staley, who are responsible for that.
Staff issues, right? Roster issues. Red zone issues. You have the
special teams in general.
27th red zone issue, right? These are all
culture problems.
Culture
problems,
right? Signing
not
players,
even getting the best players on the field issues.
Signing players you shouldn't have signed.
Giving up leads in the fourth quarter.
So here's the one thing he did good this year is the rookies. They did a good job with that rookie draft class. Outside of maybe a little TBD on Ricky, we'll see what he does. So because of that rookie
those
class,
are just like elements. We're not talking about a team that's come together and done something impressive. They don't have one impressive win.
They don't. I'm going to give him a D. It would be an F, but the rookie class is good, so he gets a D from me.
I think a D is fair, and I think what's funny is like the red zone's been an issue all year, but you could actually go back and say, you know what, with McCaffrey out and Ayuk struggling and then going out, you could argue that Kyle was doing a good job with his offense. Like he wasn't getting the yak, but he eventually figured out to feature Jordan Mason and Jawan Jennings, and it was working to an extent. They were scoring a lot of points, and then Christian McCaffrey comes back and Kyle like throws it all away to just try to recreate what worked last year and doesn't work this year. It's like, oh man, your stock is going, your grade is plummeting, dude. Like your grade is before we would really just kind of hold the defense and the special teams against you. Like now the offense is the problem, and just your personnel decisions are becoming like erratic isn't even the word. They're just wrong most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about his rookies. Love the rookies, man. What's up with Ricky Pearsall? What's up?
Yeah, I got to see him more.
I'm not even saying it's him, but like you won't target him. Why did you draft him if you won't target him? He's 24 years old. He's not a project. I know he missed the offseason, but you need him. Ayuk's out. He's out. Like what I don't understand is I'd love someone smarter than me to explain what's going on with freaking Ricky Pearsall. Because other wide receivers who are rookies are producing in the league, and they need a guy.
I mean, we'll see. Ricky's been through a lot this year, but it's possible he's just not that good. That's a possibility too. So we got to see. I'm going to give him time. Maybe he is. Maybe he is good.
I want to say, like, yeah, getting shot in the chest doesn't help, and I've never gotten shot in the chest, so I can't talk about that one. But I also feel that just missing training camp, which was way before he got shot, was maybe equally as detrimental to his season, because I think any rookie needs training camp, especially a wide receiver who's you're not just running routes, but you're trying to develop timing and chemistry with a particular quarterback, and he didn't get that opportunity. I know they do it in practice now, but I just think it was always kind of rich to feel like he's going to step in and tear it up. Maybe he'll tear it up next year, but the guy who's been around and been working is Jacob Cowing. I think that's the guy that you wanted to like.
Where'd he go?
Increase, but he's still in the concussion protocol, which is scary. It's been a little while.
Even before that, where did he go? Like we saw him in the preseason, and he had
the long catch on the stutter go, and then they buried him for 2 months, and then they brought it back. That's what I don't understand about Kyle. He'll find something that works and then forget about it. Like remember 3 years ago, they were playing in Seattle, and they were in the red zone, and there was that play that was cool where like Brock Purdy fakes to his right, fakes to his left, falls down, stands up, wide open, catches a touchdown.
Yeah.
They haven't run that play since that day. That was 3 years ago. And then if you watch NFL Red Zone, teams run that play every week. You see it all. It's a great play. It works. But Kyle,
Isn't that a Bill Walsh? Didn't that Bill Walsh play? I remember the Niners. They used to run that back. They ran that in the 90s, I believe.
Yeah,
Or
it
the
could
80s.
be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It worked. It scored a touchdown, and Kyle's like, "Yeah, I'll break it out 7 years from now if I'm still here." Like, oh, cool. Nice.
I will give Kyle. I want to give Kyle credit. Like, be honest, right? There's 2 plays in a row yesterday where I'm like, yes, Kyle. It was the pass to CMC where George Kittle ran out in front of him and was basically a blocker. And then the one to Debo. Those were 2 good plays in a row. I'm like, all right, finally, Kyle. And then it just went back to vanilla. I just like to see more of that type of stuff. But he did have those 2. Kyle, if you're watching, good job on those 2 plays yesterday.
Bradley Brown says we got the Temu version of Debo this year.
Temu version.
MD 2020 says, Grant, my guy, I love how Kyle gets so frustrated with any of your questions. His stare is like a death stare in each eyeball and just wishing he could zap you out of the room. You ever see like movies where like something will happen and then you'll see like this really violent sequence and then it'll cut and it's like you could tell the guy was just sort of like fantasizing about it? Like what he would do in that situation. When Kyle looks at me, I almost feel like he's like going through all the scenarios that he would like to happen, but that can't happen.
You in the face, in his head.
Yeah. Just like reach out and choke me. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Huh? What were you asking?
I can see that. Yeah. I love it.
I mean, look, to be fair to Kyle, if I were him, I would hate me. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to. That's the thing. You're not supposed to be trying to.
Right. I would try to like woosah and block me on Twitter and not look at me, but like I would not like Grant Cohn. I'll be like, forget that guy. Hate him. I don't like people who are critical of me right now.
Well, here's the thing. For people that don't like Grant and don't like the way he questions Kyle, I'd be willing to bet Grant's been here long before Kyle, and he'll be here after Kyle.
Don't jinx it, dude. I'm scared of that man.
Knock on wood.
I'm scared of Kyle Shanahan, man. That guy's sensitive and a little more vulnerable than he's ever been with the 49ers. And I don't want him to take me with, like, if he's going down, don't take me with you. You're the best coach I've ever seen. You're so good, man. You got all the answers.
Yeah.
I'm scared of him.